Hello and welcome to another video. Today we will be talking about using string methods with Java. So today we'll be talking about Java string methods. These allow us to work with strings. There are multiple methods with the Java string class, but we will be talking specifically about what I use in my code and how it could help you with yours as well when using Java string class methods. So before I show you the outcome on my console, let us go ahead and talk about the Java string methods that were used. To start off the video, we have the concat string method. This one is used to concatenate or to combine multiple values or phrases into one without using multiple addition operators or the addition operator. So in this case, we are concatenating the name, which is the first name here in our code. Next is to concatenate it with a space. Next is to concatenate it with the variable mid-name, concatenate it with a space, and concatenate it with the last name variable. Now, why am I doing the concatenate to concatenate the space in between the variables? It is because if I don't add this function or if I don't add this code inside, as I said earlier, it will just combine the values. It will not create an automatic space in between. So next is we have the toUpperCase string method. As the name suggests, it uppercases each character in the string that is a letter. And the opposite would go to the toLowerCase string method. It would automatically put every character, every letter on your input to lowercase. So next we have the char@. This is where indexing is used specifically to target a specific position of the character. For example, in my code, we're looking for the first character of your first name. So whatever comes first would be called on the code. We use the number 0 as 0 is considered as a real number and 0's place is the first in line. Next would be 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth. Next is the replace all method. As you can see on my code here, all of the A's in the first name would be converted to Z. So to replace all, we have to call first the regex or the regex, which is A, the character that needs to be changed, and then we'll have to add the replacement, which is the letter Z. Next is the replace first. Unlike replace all, replace first will find the first letter or first character or first regex that it finds and change it to the letter or to a character of your choice. For example, in this case, I am asking for the first letter A to be replaced to letter B in the middle name of the user. So the regex A would be the first regex A, as I've explained earlier, would be then replaced by a letter B. It will not replace everything, it will only replace the first character that is matching to the condition. So next is the length string method. This counts the number of characters in your input or your value. In this case, I'm looking for the length of the first name. It will then show up on the console display as to how many characters there are. Alright, so the last string class method of the first half of our program is the substring. This is used specifically to return the substring of a string, value, or variable that we have. In this case, we are using the substring int begin index and end index. Let me give you a brief rundown on what it is. So in my code here, we're looking for the first 3 characters of the last name, namely 0 and 3. So this would count as 4 characters, right? However, the end index is -1. So the substring begins at a specified begin index and extends to the character at index and index -1. So it's only up to 0, 1, and 2, because 3 minus 1 is 2. So that's how we only get the first 3 characters. Okay, so we have here the display and console showing how it would look like in a code. You could see my input, my first name, my middle name, and my last name. It will then show the concatenated version of it, how it all went to uppercase, back to its lowercase version, finding the first character of my first name, which is the letter G, replacing all A's in my first name to Z. There's only one, so that's that. Replacing the first letter A in my middle name to the letter B. I only have one letter A, so it will show that as well. The length of my first name is 7. As you can see, you could count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The first 3 characters of my last name is BUR. And that is all we have. Okay, so the second half, we will be talking about the replace string class method and the equal string method. So the replace, as the name suggests, it will replace your target string variable with a replacement variable or value. So in this case, we have the first name, middle name, and last name to have replaced with a new input. I'll show you that in a bit. And as for the equal string method, you could see that I have a comment to ask if the person changed the first name. And the thing with the equals string class method is that it compares 2 strings, but if both are the same or equal, the outcome will show us true. If else, then it is false. In this case, if the new name is equivalent to the original input name, then it will be true, so the first name did not change. However, if it has, then the first name has changed. Now let me show you in a bit. Let me pull up my console here. Let me just run it. Alright, so let me input my first name again, my middle name, and my last name. Let's run that. Wait for it. Okay. So our first name, let's put Moana. Let's say it's Belle, and we could let it remain as that. So you can see that my first name did change. On here, the new complete name is Moana Belle Baron, and yes, first name has changed. So I hope you learned something from this video. This is pretty much it. You can do your own research, do your own homework to check how many more string methods there are. If you have any questions, leave it down in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.